Okay, so Norma might be crazy.
Next time you sneak out, make sure to let me know, okay?
Okay, so Velina may also be crazy too. The fears and distress that these two have caused on Bangboo is downright lethal. From becoming terrifying medical examiners to being the disturbing sound of footsteps coming to remind you of your next maintenance date, Norma and Velina are absolutely dreadful to tons of Bangboo. Norma has become such a free-firing monster at scaring Bangboo that the entire thing had later been spun by the proxy that this was the exact fear of a pet, realizing that they were on their way to meet a veterinarian. But with all that said, today we're focusing on the biggest gremlin to enter the room, and that is Norma herself. While Norma strives to create the best for society, it's outright laughable how crazy her machines have really gotten. I mean, this woman has a story involving a Bangboo that she worked on that would then later end with them spinning endlessly in a loop for 3 whole days until she could finally fix what she did wrong to them. These exact fear-bringing experiences have led the Bangboo Society growing a massive stigma towards their benevolent caretakers, with one of the biggest outcomes of their existence being a full-on workers' union entirely made up of poor, untrusting Bangboo. Norma lives by the idea that destruction is the mother of creation, and she totally means it. That exact Bangboo Workers Union literally named themselves the Norma's Victim Support Group. You don't just get that name for messing up a few times. Instead, she has graciously received this title after numerous experiments have ended in absolute disaster. And let me be clear, this worker comp is not just some of us really dislike Norma. No, these Bangboo are requiring weekly meetings, emotional support groups, shared testimonies, and hide in the very shadows, praying that their numbers don't roll up on Norma's next to-do list. When you get swiped up into Norma's lab, she always hits you with some sort of hopeful promise in the beginning, such as maybe adding in a free ether battery or getting free refreshments, also that she could install a ridiculous upgrade into you that might have you walking backwards afterwards, which usually just prompts them into running away screaming. As they should. Yet she did try to negotiate, I guess. In the event Bang Bang, the Genius, and Miracle Chip, we learned a ton about how dangerous her lab really even is. Where even her own Bangboo employees have become so incredibly used to explosions and issues happening around them that after we meet a Bangboo named Harvey, he is first confused on which accident he was originally involved in, as they happen so incredibly often, only for them to then later immediately reject any sort of help of receiving treatment by Norma herself, noting that it would possibly only make things worse, and to then get up, walk away, and return back to work, showcasing proudly that this was far from his first experience of things blowing up. And still, Norma refuses to act like she even did anything wrong. When a Bangboo is walking around on tank treads or may have accidentally exploded, her answer is, that was unexpected, not, oh, I really should not have done that. This all has only left her victims all the more furious with her in the long run, seeing her as cold and unjustified with her research. And as messed up as that gets, is Norma really a bad guy? Absolutely not, I guess. Okay, so as cold and as absolutely insane Norma really is here, she isn't just a heartless monster. She's just deranged. Imagine loving something so much that you only want to see genuinely constant improvements in it. And the best way for you to show your love is by finding ways to make them stronger. You know that now that I think about it, she really should just meet Grace. Now imagine Norma really loves you. Okay, so that's dangerous, because her way of showing love literally means that she wants to dismantle you, finding your problem, and then drastically making the most insane possible upgrade and hoping her ideas actually work out. She openly adores Bangboo in every way, calling them adorable and deeply loving their natural curiosity, even noting that they are humanity's most loyal and cutest companions. But most admirably here is her stance in the Memory Filtering Chip project. This project essentially deems every retired Bangboo must have their memory white blank before they may leave the city, leaving them with no family, no friends, or even any past memories of who they even were in their past life. This action must be performed so that Rose Califer and its inhabitants would never be put into danger of having their secrets brought into the public eye. At first notice, this is incredibly cruel, and sounds as a drastic measure to ensure that they could stay quiet. And it is. However, this was never done in the eyes to be mean, but rather this idea was granted by Norma in hopes that the Bangboo could instead live a different life somewhere else. That instead of being grinded down and destroyed like in New Eridu, she would see this act as a merciful death within its own right. That the old person had moved on, while new Bangboo shall inherit its place. It sounds cold, yet Norma did this because she truly does care about them. She does indeed love her patients, even if it's a little bizarre in how she likes to show it. In fact, this exact operation she even confirms is upsettingly sad to perform, but as a necessary precaution that is truly keeping countless lives potentially safe from being grasped by evil hands. But what do you think about all of this? Guys, thank you all just so much for watching today's lore video. If you want even more videos like this, make sure to become a samurai today and subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out our lore Discord, and a huge shout out to Kaiser the Fighting Demon, as well as Just Existing for being supporting channel members. And I shall catch you all out in the hollow. Sekai out.
It don't get better, the realest trendsetter. I started from the bottom, but I made it out the cellar. Now I'm at the top, jacket need a big letter. And people wondering if I'ma ever quit, never. Drip too impressive, you gon' see me when I pull up. Know I look good, shining bright, had a glow up. Think you competition, but you really just a warm up. Showtime, hope you getting ready for your close up. 'Cause I got just what you need.